Yo, it's your boy Dctree, and this is Dctree-Nation, the channel on YouTube that covers hoops and heroes. And today we're talking hoops. We're talking about San Antonio Spurs, y'all. And I gotta say, man, as of this video, I can't believe Thaddeus Young is still on the Spurs. Don't get me wrong, we still have some time before the deadline, but I just feel like, you know, it's clear cut that we don't have him in our plans. We had that clear cut and obvious 2 months ago. Why didn't we make the trade then? I mean, anything can happen in these last few days before the trade deadline. He could sprain an ankle, he can hurt himself in a workout, who knows? And I'm telling you, if the Spurs botch a way to trade this man for a pick, I'm going to Pop's office and I'm because we should have been got rid of this man, you know, just as a courtesy, really, because he's a veteran, he's a classy guy. I made a video like a month or two ago about the same deal. Why are we stringing this dude along? He should have been gone. So if we miss out on a player, a pick, or any type of compensation because we waited too long, Spurs fans are going to be hot, man. They're going to be more hot than Vegeta was that time.
That's my power!
They're going to be more hot than daggone Shang-Chi. Listen, if the Spurs miss out on a deal, Spurs fans are going to be more hot than Bernie Mac was that time.
I'm from the Athlete's Foot Foundation.
Brother, hey, can you get my demo tape to somebody?
Y'all get what I'm trying to say, man. The Spurs need to make a move, man, and they need to make it sooner than later, because the last thing we want is just to become another LaMarcus Aldridge situation. And I'll talk more about that in a second. But before I get too deep into it, if you like my content, please sub to the channel, hit that like button, and don't forget to hit that bell for more videos. Thank you so much for the continued support. Okay, at this point, most Spurs fans have guessed where I'm going with this video by the title, by the intro. The issue that the Spurs had with LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's not that long ago, so most people should remember, is the fact that they held on to LMA a little bit too long, okay? Especially that last year. They held on him way too long. You can make the argument that they should have got rid of him before that season even started. You get what I'm saying? So here we go again, a little different with Thad Young. You know, obviously we got Thad Young in the trade, but the Spurs, once again, holding on to a veteran that clearly wants out, or that can clearly bring them something productive in return if he's traded to a contender. Here we are again. Thad Young is that guy. So LMA and Thad Young are in a similar situation. And I'm not saying that they're the same type of player. I know that LMA was an all-star, yada, yada, yada. But LMA towards the end of his career with the Spurs was definitely a role player. And Thaddeus Young is currently a role player as well. So when you take those things in consideration, the Spurs are playing with fire because he could easily end up on the buyout market, because we're probably not going to make the playoffs. If we do, it's going to be a play-in situation. He's definitely going to want out, and he's been a pretty good citizen. So I see Pop letting him out of his contract, and the Spurs letting him out of his contract just out of good faith and goodwill. Also, you kind of got to take a moment and look at this situation from the point of view of other teams in the league, especially a team like the Phoenix Suns. You know, they know that Thad Young is on the Spurs. They know that Thad Young is likely to get bought out if a deal cannot be made by the trade deadline. So they're going to pull their punches. They're going to hold back a little bit, especially if some way, somehow, word got to the Phoenix Suns from Thaddeus Young's camp that he's interested in going to them to contend for a championship. You could just wait for him to hit the buyout market. You don't even have to, you know, trade anything for him. Let go of any young player, let go of any pick. You could just wait for the buyout at this point. That's why the Spurs should have acted on this a couple months ago. Not to mention that the Phoenix Suns just had a 13-1 January month. So they're looking pretty good without Thaddeus Young anyway. So they could opt out of this sweepstakes altogether. Completely altogether. Now they could try to go for him for insurance purposes, but they're clicking on all cylinders right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if they say, hey, we want to keep our pick. We're just going to run with the team we have. And if they do that, that's on the Spurs because they waited too daggone long. At the end of the day, the NBA is a tough business. And here I am, a YouTuber criticizing the Spurs. And I'm sure it's more things going on behind the scenes. But on the outside looking in, this could have been resolved really when we first traded for him. I mean, immediately we could have traded him knowing that he didn't have a spot on this team because of our direction as a squad. So I don't know. It could still work out. Things in the NBA move fast. I could post this video tonight and tomorrow he could be gone. We could have a deal. So who knows? So I apologize then if we do get a deal done. I just hope we get something done because heck, we could use a pick or we can use, a Jalen Smith. We can use a younger player. So who knows, what will happen. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Let me know what you think about this situation. Check out the other videos on the channel. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about the Spurs moving forward. Did we treat Thad Young right? Are we handling the situation the right way? Tell me your feelings about this. Thanks for kicking it with me, guys, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.